Good morning. We're here today with Marcy Robotham, Head of Marketing, and Chris Bugger, Sales Director for the UK and Ireland for Gripple. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you please give us a briefing on some of the ideas of solutions for the construction industry that were recently presented at the latest CEF Live 2023?
Yes, so one of the main products that we presented at CF Live this year was Fast Track. That was the main feature. Obviously, we demonstrated other products, but given the audience, the contractors that attended CF Live, very much with an electrical bias or electrical contractors, obviously interested in the time and labour savings. That's one of the main benefits of Fast Track. What was really exciting, so we had around 200 visitors to the stand, and we had a bit of a competition, so who could install a bracket in the quickest time, and the prize winner installed a bracket in 17 seconds, which was some effort. So it was really great to see the competition on the stand, you know, electrical contractors fighting against each other to try and get that quickest install. And Fast Track is a prefabricated trapeze bracket, which basically one of the main benefits of Fast Track is the time and labour savings. So it was interesting to pitch contractors against each other and yeah, get to that 17 seconds. Very impressive.
Well, thank you. Now, staying on what you just mentioned about Fast Track, as Gripple is the UK's leading manufacturer of M&E suspension systems, can you tell me more about Fast Track system and how this will aid consumers' experience?
Well, it's a really unique product. It supersedes what is essentially quite a cumbersome traditional installation method. So as Chris mentioned himself, it's a prefabricated bracket. So it takes out all the kind of material preparation and fabrication that's needed on site, which obviously comes with huge health and safety benefits. There's no need to cut or file products on site. It removes the need for kind of fire watchers, again, which have to be on site, you know, pretty much 24 hours a day when they're fabricating materials. So huge health and safety benefits. But crucially, probably the best thing really is the speed of installation. Rather than having to spend so much time, you know, fiddling with 20 nuts, bolts, washers, it's got 2 cartridges at the end of the bracket that basically just push in, and you can adjust and level the bracket really, really easily. And kind of the less time you're spending at height, the better. It massively increases health and safety and risk of accidents through working at height. And as Chris mentioned, it's particularly of interest to electrical contractors because of the fire ratings. We are actually the only manufacturer of a fully fire rated bracketry system. So that's really interesting to main contractors, but also obviously to subcontractors who want to make sure that the installations that they're doing are as safe as can be for the occupants of the building. So yeah, it's a fantastic system.
Yeah, just to add to what you've said there, Marcy, as well, you look at the way the construction industry is going with sustainability, embodied carbon. There's also really big environmental benefits from using Fast Track, particularly from an embodied carbon point of view. We're just about finalised what we call environmental product declarations on the Fast Track range. So thinking about the main contractors who are building the buildings, that sustainability drive that they've got on site, you know, Fast Track is a real differentiator, and it's a product that they can use to demonstrate carbon savings on site. So obviously, kind of covers all those kind of stakeholders in the construction supply chain.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Are there any other ideas for introducing other systems or solutions for the construction industry, clearly in terms of safety and health risk on site?
Well, I would say, to be honest, every Gripple product is designed with health and safety in mind. So we have kind of key criteria that we're always looking to solve, first of which is speed of installation, but secondly is health and safety. You know, it's a key concern for us at Gripple. In the construction industry, we're looking at different solutions for modular applications and building services modules that are prefabricated off-site. Again, you know, that's a huge trend in UK construction. Well, global construction is trying to make as little as possible actually on the construction site. So we're looking to help contractors and main contractors do that in a more safe and sustainable way. In terms of the fire ratings as well, that's a huge benefit. Again, we're looking to expand the fire rating range that we've got. So we've got a track-based system, which is fast track, but we also offer a fire-rated wire-based system, just to give people the flexibility to choose how they want to mount their brackets. But again, it's a huge trend in the construction industry. Trend probably isn't the right word in that context. It's more of a driver. Post Grenfell, everybody is keeping a real close eye, rightly so, on the performance of their construction materials. So, everything that we're looking to develop in the UK construction industry will hopefully help support those kind of key industry drivers.
Yeah, and ultimately, as a manufacturer in the construction industry, we pride ourselves on innovation. We've got a big ideas and innovation team who are close to the coalface, the sales guys and the customers. We hold customer insight workshops to really understand the challenges and the pains that installers have got. And we take those ideas away, we innovate, and we work with our customers to basically bring new products to market.
Fantastic. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Gripple is based in Sheffield. Are there any potential expansion plans, whether it's in the UK and or internationally?
So, we've got seven facilities in Sheffield. We're a global business. So we've already got manufacturing facilities in the States, in India, in Europe, and we're constantly looking at new markets. There's markets out there that we haven't penetrated yet. So in terms of new markets globally, absolutely. We work as a global team to identify those markets, understand the niches, and what kind of what solutions are required in those respective markets. From a UK point of view, as I'm sure you picked up, we're all very proud Yorkshire folk. So if we do expand, it may well be to within the South Yorkshire catchment area. I think we'd all get nosebleeds if we ventured out of South Yorkshire. We do have in the UK an office in London, obviously where we kind of support customer engagement. But for now, I think Sheffield is where we'll probably stay in the short to medium term.
Fantastic. Recently Gripple has announced that he has achieved an important milestone, that is a production of 1 billionth fastener. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Well, yeah, it was a remarkable achievement, actually. So initially we were only producing 15 wire joiner variants at a rate of about 20 million a year. We now manufacture 70 million units across 100 variants annually. So we've really invested in our manufacturing space. As Chris said, we're expanding across Sheffield, but the production of the billionth was huge. We invited people who were part of the initial manufacture of the products, the retirees, to come to a celebration at the Riverside factory in Sheffield, where we actually produced the billionth joiner, and it was rather poignantly our Gripple medium, which is a kind of a variation on the original fencing joiner where it all began. So yeah, we had a big celebration in Sheffield, but it was great because it really is a fantastic milestone that celebrates all the hard work that we've put into becoming an excellent manufacturer over the years. We really do pride ourselves on our manufacturing expertise. So yeah, it was great. Everybody really enjoyed the celebration, and something to really be proud of, I think.
Absolutely. So, what differentiates Gripple from other competitors?
Yeah, well, we've got quite a unique business model in the construction industry. So we're a 100% employee-owned business, which basically means that all of our people, all of our employees share in the profits of the business. So the phrase that we've used from day one is skin in the game. So we're all shareholders and we all share the profits on a quarterly basis. And I think that, from my experience, that gets you the buy-in from the top to the very bottom of the business. We're all pulling in one direction. We're all engaged and involved, in the decisions that we make as a business. We call it the Gripple spirit. So we all pull together, we work together, we communicate really well. Charity is a big thing for us. So 1% of pre-tax budgeted profit goes to charity. And again, an important aspect to that is that we've all got a say in which charities that we give those donations to. A kind of example that I'll always reference, right? I've been at Gripple for nearly 5 years, and I think I'd been here about 6 weeks when I was just sat in the old West Gun Works in the office. And there was a bit of a commotion in the factory. There was 10 or 15 people that had basically left their desks and went into the factory. I thought there'd been an accident or something had happened. And actually what somebody told me was that we'd had a big multi-million-pound order from one of our customers in America, and we needed to catch a shipment from, I think it was DPD, going out to the States. And we just needed to pull as many people in as we could to start packing the product and make sure that we hit that delivery. And there was no hesitation, no questions asked. People just dropped everything that they were doing, went into the factory, and started packing. And two things struck me. First and foremost, that everybody did that, but also everybody actually knew how to pack the product, you know, so from finance, IT, marketing, all the different functions that we have within the business. Everybody just knew what to do and how to do it, you know. So again, I think that makes us extremely unique, that regardless of role or responsibility, we all pulled together and did what we did.
And a huge element of that, I think, as well, is our commitment to sustainability. You know, that links really well to employee ownership in that we are building a sustainable business. We've not got any greedy shareholders gobbling up the profits to put in their own back pocket. We use the profit we make to invest back into our business, back into our people, but also the wider community as well. We do, you know, a huge amount in terms of, you know, building more sustainability for the South Yorkshire region as well. You know, we work with a lot of schools, we work with charities, and we expect our people to dedicate not their own time, in work time, to charitable endeavours and fundraising. So we do really, you know, pride ourselves on making sure that we're giving back to the local community as well as, you know, our shareholders. It's, you know, the business model is amazing. Employee ownership is absolutely where it's at for us.
Fantastic. Look, thank you very much. Unfortunately, numerous companies nowadays focus on individualism, and I personally think that what you're doing, it's an amazing job, because you're moving the entire company as one entity, and I think that will go much further than any other. Thank you very much, Marcy and Chris. If you'd like to know more, please contact Marcy and Chris directly at Gripple. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.